is Amberly Ferguson, and my husband and I are the owners here at the Gala 417. We are a luxury wedding and private events venue in Virginia Beach on Long Bay Pointe Boating Resort. Let's go for a tour. This is the Gala 417 Bridal Suite. This is a brand new space that we're super excited about. We have 3 vanities. 2 are typically used for the bridesmaid's vanity, and the large one in the middle is typically for the bride. We love our dining room table that is great for breakfast, lunch. We also offer charcuterie boards and snacks throughout the morning. And then another greenery feature wall with a couch in front, some shelves for storage, an iron, a steamer, all the stuff that you'll actually really need the day of the wedding. We also have this dress stand here that is helpful for your photographer to get pictures of your dress throughout the venue while you're getting ready. And then possibly a favorite part is our champagne fridge here with up to 4 complimentary bottles of champagne and then the champagne glasses as well. We also have this dress wall here that is perfect for hanging the dresses for photos, and it's also helpful when steaming them. And now for the guys' room. This is our brand new groom suite as well. We've got the suite wall in the back, lounge chairs. Of course, they get a full-length mirror too. And then 3 TVs, that way they can play their video games and watch the game at the same time. We do have a PS5 in here, NFL Blitz, darts, Oculus, their beer cooler, and a soup rack for them as well. So this is the foyer where your guests will enter into. We like to have a real flowy foyer with the curtains, and we have our feature wall straight ahead here. This is our customizable 144 square foot boxwood wall. Most couples do bring in a neon sign or a big letter for their last name. We will install it, you just bring the inspiration. So as your guests come in here, they typically do take a picture at that sign. We have a cards and gifts table by the front door, so they'll drop a gift or a card there for you. And then we invite them to come into the ballroom. So once your guests are in here, they'll of course mingle, grab their seat, and get a good view of all of your ceremony decor and how you have decorated the arch. And then, of course, the ceremony will begin. Our team will be here the entire time. So we will be here to help, of course, set everything up throughout the day, but we're also gonna be here to greet your guests, welcome them into the ballroom for the ceremony, and then also to line you guys up for the ceremony. So we will make sure the groomsmen are all in place, they have their corsages on, and they're in the right order. And then, of course, any ushers or family members that are going down, we'll make sure they're ready. And then for the wedding party, we're gonna line everyone up, make sure everyone's bouquets are dried off and everyone has the right one, and get ready to walk down the aisle. Next, what's gonna happen is what we are famous for is our Gala 417 signature swoop. So that's going to be when it is time for the bride to walk down the aisle, and we'll get you centered under the chandelier behind the curtains. The song that you have chosen will play, and we will wait for the perfect moment in the song that you have already chosen and swoop those curtains open. This is the first time typically that your groom and all of your guests are going to see you. You'll be centered there under the chandelier with your train spread out perfectly, the veil laying perfectly, your bouquet of flowers, and it's a really emotional time for, of course, your groom, all of your wedding guests, and even us Gala girls. We almost always shed a tear. So that's the moment that we all love so much. At that point, whoever's walking you down the aisle, if anyone, will join you and then have your long walk down the aisle. It is a 55-foot long aisle, and you'll approach the altar and have your vows. After the ceremony, you'll come back and walk back down the aisle for the recessional, stop under the chandelier for a quick kiss, that's always a favorite, and then head on out to the boating resort to take your photos. At that point, we will invite all of your guests into cocktail hour. This is our brand new terrace. It is 5,000 square feet, has a garden and the covered patio. Once your guests come out here, of course, we have this really large deck that will show your seating chart and any welcome signage that you might want to have out here. We have another feature wall here that guests love to get pictures in front of. And down here in the terrace, we have several cocktail tables. We've got our chandeliers up top and then our 20-foot bar. So the bartenders will be ready as soon as your guests come out here for cocktail hour and begin pouring right away. We do also have plenty of seats along the water with amazing views and heaters when necessary. A lot of people are doing the audio guest book. Of course, we have traditional guest books. Anything that anybody wants to bring in. We've seen some really cool and unique ideas. If your cocktail hour is here in the terrace, it would be located on this table under the deck and give everybody a chance to complete that during cocktail hour. If you have a photo booth during cocktail, it will also be set up out here. We have a Cinderella carriage that guests absolutely love taking pictures in, and it's also great for bridal portraits and couples pictures after the wedding is over. So we are absolutely in love with our Cinderella carriage there. This is also the garden sidewalk that is where we will line up for the grand exit later on. And of course, the whole terrace runs along the water here on Long Bay Pointe Boating Resort. So while your guests are out here, our Gala Girl team is inside setting up for your reception. We are usually completed with the flip, as we call it, which is setting up for your reception, in the same amount of time that you usually complete taking your pictures out on the boating resort. At that point, before we invite your guests back in, we want to make sure that we get your room approval. So we'll bring you guys back into the ballroom before we let the guests in. We want to make sure that you see and approve the room, make sure everything is absolutely perfect before we let anybody in. Once you approve the room and everything is good to go, then we will tuck you back into our cocktail lounge, which I'll show you in just a second, and prepare for the grand entrance.
Please welcome Mr. and Mrs. Clark.
Once your guests come back inside from cocktail hour, they will find their table in the ballroom, and then we will line you guys up for the grand entrance. Grand entrances are so much fun and they're a great way to get the party started. After the wedding party's grand entrance is going to be time for the couple's entrance. We will do another huge swoop announcing you guys as Mr. and Mrs. for the very first time. You'll slide under the chandelier, and that is when we recommend going straight into your first dance. After the first dance, you'll have a seat. We tend to do welcome speeches and or prayers after that, and then go into serving dinner. After dinner, we tend to do toasts and parent dances. Of course, you are welcome to customize this schedule however you want to. We are just here to work with everything that you want to do and make sure that it's perfect. This is just the schedule that we start with. After the last parent dance, it's when all the curtains open, the lights go down, and party time begins. So this is our cocktail lounge. Another really famous part about the Gala is going to be our really long marble bar. This bar is 25 feet long. Guests will be able to tend to this bar the rest of the evening and enjoy all of the fresh made cocktails that you have chosen to have on your menu. The DJ will be set up in this corner over here, proving a very large dance floor that will accommodate all of your guests for any size wedding. This is great too because it keeps your drinkers and your dancers together, which is always really important. And then it allows for anyone who is at their table still to be able to see all the craziness happening on the dance floor, but also be able to hear each other and enjoy their coffee and cake without having to have the DJ in the same space as they are. Also, off of the cocktail lounge is our sunset deck. Now we also offer cocktail hours to be in the cocktail lounge as opposed to the terrace. This elbow bar goes all the way down and is perfect for guests to be able to enjoy their hors d'oeuvres, their cocktails, and enjoy some socialization during cocktail hour. About halfway through dance time is when we typically will interrupt for cake and any games that you might want to play. Again, that's all on your schedule on how you wanted to do it. And then another hour and a half of just party time before we line up on that terrace sidewalk for the grand exit. So after my own wedding back in 2017, my husband and I decided that we felt like the wedding industry was really compartmentalized, and that a lot of times you would have to rent an empty shell and then get salt and pepper shakers from one person and chairs from another person and linens from another company, and it was just very compartmentalized. And so we set out to try to help and make weddings feel more cohesive. We decided to set out to open our own wedding venue where everything was in one place. So that is what we have done here at the Gala 417. And the most important part of running this company for us is that it makes it easy and fun for couples to plan their wedding. In order to do that, we have an all-inclusive operation here at the Gala 417. We handle everything from top to bottom. So everything is in one place: your ceremony, your cocktail hour, the reception, everything is handled for you. You do not need to hire outside wedding planners. You don't have to apply for any licenses. You don't have to worry about setup, breakdown, cleanup, or anything like that. You will have a dedicated team of Gala girls to help you through your entire planning experience. On the day of the wedding, you will have 2 coordinators that will be with you from the morning when you're first getting here all the way until you're leaving, and we'll pack everything up for you. We do have a wonderful rental collection in-house that is very popular with a lot of our destination brides, but basically everything that's in there is stuff that every couple needs for their wedding that they're never gonna need again. So we have things like table numbers, ring bearer pillows, clear cylinder vases, all of that kind of stuff also that makes wedding planning extremely easy, especially if you're planning from afar. A flawless execution of your wedding day is the most important thing for us. From top to bottom, it should be flawless for you and all of your guests. A few months after you book here at the Gala 417, we'll invite you in for a catering meeting. At the catering meeting, you will be welcome to try anything and everything that you want on your menu. All food and beverage is provided exclusively in-house through the Gala 417. Our bartenders love creating craft cocktails and any unique drink that is on your menu. Our head chef in the kitchen sources all local fresh ingredients for every wedding. We offer multiple packages for both food and beverage, and you're also able to customize those if you want to. All of our exact menus and prices are listed for anyone to see on our website just by clicking that brochures tab. Once you make your final selections, we'll calculate your catering cost with your food packages, your beverage packages, any customizations you might want, along with the tax and gratuity. So we will have the total amount up front, and then we'll chop that amount into monthly payments. Your payments will not be a penny more unless you add people. At the very end, on the 10th day before your wedding, we'll make a final adjustment to the last bill of your catering payment, and that will be based on your exact number of guests that are attending. We pride ourselves on being a very luxurious venue. Everything here is updated, new, shiny, and sparkly, and it's the perfect backdrop for any kind of wedding. If you're ready, you are more than welcome to book your wedding date online. There's a Secure My Date tab on our website. That is first come, first serve. At the end of the day, all we have to sell are dates, so everything is first come, first serve. We would absolutely be honored to host your wedding day. Please call us if you have any questions after watching this virtual tour, and we cannot wait to meet you.